Hello, everybody. There's two parallel extremes that we want to talk a bit about today. And we use these terms in relation to employees, in relation to leaders, just in relation to our environment. And that's from goodness to toxicity. So going from something that is good to something that is toxic. And what are the differences and the extremes? Why are they so pronounced, and the effect of each? Probably the best way to discuss the differences between what is good and what is toxic is really to give a definition of what we see what is good. And I have four really variables that, taken together, encapsulate what we would consider as good. So the first is what's called kindness, to be a kind person. Those people who are kind really exhibit to others what is the best and brightest of what we have to offer. Somebody who is kind cares about other people, cares that they're not hungry, cares that they're well, cares that they have some brightness and positivity in their life. They care that that other person is maybe not the best they could be, but certainly moving towards the best. They have a genuine sense of kindness. About compassion would be another word. Genuine sense of kindness and compassion about their fellow human being. Honestly, you're going to meet just a few people in your life that you would say are genuinely kind people. But kindness is certainly an attribute of somebody who is good. Second is a sense of optimism. Optimism means that you always look for the brightest. You always look for the best. No matter what occurs, it could be made better or it could be viewed as better. As you know, one of my statements is always look for the good along the road of life. There's so much more good to be seen in life than there is bad. The sun comes up every day. Most people get to work every day. Most people have a job. Most people have people who care about them. There's so much more to be grateful for than there is to be sad about. There's a great saying as well that says, be grateful for what you have, not ungrateful for what you don't have. And it's the same kind of concept, optimism. I use the third terms fairly consistently, and that's a sense of honor and decency. Honor is that you're truthful and faithful to a person, to a cause, that you have a sense of honor in how you carry yourself. It's very similar to decency and even honesty. So honor and honesty and decency, it's about living according to certain ideals that you hold important. And those ideals are never compromised. So again, the ideal of honesty, a sense of truth, I think is really a fundamental value attribute trait of a person who is good. Decency means that you do those actions that add value, that add overall positivity to your environment. That's just a decent thing to do. When somebody drops something, you help them pick them up. If somebody loses money, you give it back to them. Another word that we often use is noble, which is something that's just and right. So that's the third one. The fourth one is contribute. When I look at somebody who is good, that means that they give of themselves, of their person, of any kind of advantage they have. They are a very giving person. I call it contributing, but giving is the same thing. So when we look at the opposite of toxic, we look at goodness. And to really look at what is a good person, we look at somebody who has a genuine sense of kindness, genuine sense of optimism. They live an honorable and decent life. And lastly, they contribute whatever talents, whatever advantages they have to other people. Certainly look forward to any other discussions you have. Everybody make it just the best day ever. Take care.